Hey everybody, this is Grace. In this video I'm going to talk about something that I have known about for many years, but I'm just starting to see this. It's like a normalization of narcissism, of things that just aren't good all around. Not necessarily narcissism, but it's normalizing behavior that can seep out into the, into the world, really, of people, and start to become, like I just said, the norm, where nobody really questions it. Instead, they say, well, that's just how it is. It's just how it goes. And it might not even be, like I just said, they might not question it because that's how it is. Okay, it becomes such a norm that people won't question it. Okay, I've basically said the same thing over and over. But, and this is it can be seen in games that are made, you play them online, you can get them for free, or you use them on an app, at least, whatever you have to do that. And it's for free, but you can purchase things inside of it to help you out. And these are made for they're made for any age, starting in in older childhood, not young childhood, but older childhood. And I'm not saying teens, before teens, not just preteen. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Older kids old enough to play, and all the way up to whatever age, way down the line, 80s, 90s, 100s, whatever, you can still play. My mother used to like to play online games into her 70s, and she passed in her 70s. But, so that kind of game. But here's the thing that has always bothered me. Now, more and more recently, what I'm seeing is they push it, they make it, you can actually feel it, I can, that how aggressive they are at trying to get people to pay for whatever it is, whatever kind of game it is, to pay for whatever they're going to call them, tokens, or whatever they need to help them, and to play the game to win. And so it's not so much about skill, knowledge, intelligence, sitting there trying to contemplate how can you do it without that money, paying that money, as much as it is to get the money. Seriously, I mean, I'm a social and behavioral scientist. I have a genius IQ. I can figure these things out. Of course, it could be, some people say, well, maybe your view is tainted or something, but I don't think I'm wrong in this. And of course there are going to be people, these people who say, well, that's just capitalism. That's not my kind of capitalism. Why is it yours? What were you taught? Really? Not mine. I'm all for capitalism, but that's not my kind of capitalism. That's not what it means to me. To take kids and teach them learned helplessness unless you pay the right people. No. And that's what it is. You pay them, and they'll let you keep on and let you become more and more obsessed with this. And if you don't pay, you sit there and you go over and over and you learn you're helpless without giving them what they want. That's how I see it. Some of these, not all of them, of course. None of this is all of everything, of anything. But yeah, and older adults, unless they have some problems, like some people have with gambling, some people have addictive personalities, behaviors that might become an addiction. But to go back to kids, who are they going to be pressuring to pay that money? Are they going to start learning very young to just pay for it and not tell their parents? And then until the parents get mad and find out, and they say, why were you spending so much money? You see, what are they teaching the kids all around? I really do not like this. And I've done a video for a different channel one time before about one of them I saw that was so aggressive with it. It was letting anybody who was playing know immediately, you're going to pay, and you're going to pay a lot. things are become really, really expensive for little bitty things. And that start to add up. A child could go through hundreds, if not thousands, of dollars a day just trying to get these. If they're, and what I said was seeing it more and more recently. Let's see, what's been more and more recently? More people being at home since last year, over a year ago, around a year ago. No, over a year ago, sorry. It's May right now. And so they're more at home, and like when they would be at school, they would have recess. So what are they doing during that time that they would be on recess? Yeah, spending money. Money that many parents probably don't have as much of now as they did before a little over a year ago. Maybe. So it sickens me. It really does. And I know some of these excuse me, some of these games are not made by people here in the United States, USA, but they have learned, haven't they? Oh my goodness, it's shocking to me. I mean, and I shouldn't be shocked. I really am. Maybe I'm not even shocked, because it's just become such a world where so much is so corrupt, and so much is so, it's not at all worried about the future of man, man and womankind, humankind. It's not at all worried about that. It's worried about the immediate gratification, getting that money. Doesn't matter if it's children they're getting it from. Okay, and there's the big thing. They're getting it from kids. They're of course the kids are getting it from their parents or grandparents or whatever. But to use children to make their money, it's just such a shame that we've come to this. And I'm afraid, like I said earlier, boy, I'm losing my voice. Pardon me. That it's becoming the norm. Really becoming the norm. I mean, in the past, when I was young, we didn't have any games like that. We didn't, it wasn't until I was maybe 18 that I saw the first, it was a machine, playing Pac-Man and Big Doug and all those. First time I owned a computer, I was 18 or 19, but that's when they were starting to come out. And, we didn't have that then. Okay, back in the 80s, early 80s. There wasn't this that you get online and you pay. Well, there was one person I knew had a game he bought when I was 19, I think, or 20. But then it wasn't like that. You bought the game, you played the game. Okay, you didn't have any, no apps, nothing like that to download this, and then it has in-app purchases available and all that kind of crap. No, and if you went to play one, most people back then didn't own computers. And if you went to a store or wherever, a game place, and played them, you had to have the money, and you put the money in the machine. You had to get the money from someone. It wasn't credit cards. Okay, it was cash, quarters. Really, when it came down to it, it was quarters. I don't think there was ever a dime. I remember a dime for a telephone, but a quarter for a game. Then it went to 50. This is, I don't even have any idea what it is now, if there even exists. Sure, at some places, but. And now it's just, if the parent has that credit card, they can just keep pushing that button, wanting more of these whatever they need to continue to play the game, and just keep racking up a big charge for their parent or parents. And the kids it's become such a norm that the parents might not have even, I don't know. I don't even know if the parents would think, oh, wait a minute, they could be doing that. They might be doing that to them. Or has it become such a norm that, okay, whatever. I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think it's a norm for parents to be paying out daily so much money for a kid to play a game, to pay these people that are being aggressive to get it from the children. And I have seen 3 of these just recently. 3 of these games, not by the same people. Okay. I don't know. It just makes me think of people who get hooked online playing games like poker, where they actually pay cash to pay them. The people who go to casinos, they get is that what they want to start children off at, to learn, from such a young age, to become obsessed with something so much that they just start spending as much money as they can to continue to play it, to use it. I think it's pathetic. I really do worry. I mean, I know everybody probably my age, when I was young, we said what our parents thought. They were always saying, I'm worried about the world today. But yeah, look at what we're at now. So much narcissism is just normalized. That some people don't even see it. And it's just thought of as, well, that's just how it is. Of course they're going to do that. I mean, I can imagine people saying, there are some people out there that will say, of course they're going to keep trying to get money from people. They have to develop these, they have to run these, they have to pay their staff and all this stuff from kids. What about the big picture? The big picture is not their staff. It's the mentality that is going to be pushed out there as a norm, and children, just like I just said, are going to be taught, and even adults taught to become obsessed with something and pay as much as possible to line their pockets, to obsess your minds, to keep you from doing other things. They try and try. I'm gonna work this time and not have to pay anything for it. And we'll really figure it out. Nope, learn helplessness. You can't do it unless you pay. But it's supposed to be. And some, you can sit there for hour after hour after hour trying, but they're going to become more and more and more aggressive. I have seen this. Might not be the same for everybody. Not every game. But they're going to become more and more aggressive to get more and more out of your pocket, out of your bank, to suit their purposes. Pathetic. Anyway, enough of this for now.